I'm FD from Roll with FD.
I'm rolling with FD.
I'm rolling with FD, baby.
I'm rolling with FD.
And this is my co-host, Big Jon.
Hey YouTube, it's your boy Big Jon. Thank you for rolling with me and FD here on What to Play.
We're here every week.
Big Jon, what's going on?
What's up? What's going on?
Talking sports, the hobby, pop culture, and much more.
Catch us every Tuesday night talking about sports, the sports car hobby, and current events. Go Bears.
Most of these teams do not care about if they're winning ball games. They care enough about, are you interested in what they're doing?
Beckett probably going out of business or getting bought sooner.
I don't think Kawhi Leonard, if he comes back, he's going to end up going back out.
Dion, you don't got to like that he cocky, but he got a right to be.
Big Jon, if Jimmy Butler goes to the Bay, I'm on the ground and I'm not. And you all know we're going to bring on guests from the hobby and everywhere else that you want to hear from.
You have to be prepared for haters. You have to be prepared for people who don't like you.
I started opening up my first packs in 1976.
I don't want to interrupt you, but while you're talking, I just got some background entertainment for you, but keep on.
What are you playing? Michael Jordan.
We got Junior in the house. And Paxton in the house.
A lot of players got to find a way to win based on their own strengths.
What would we say is John Morant's strength?
Attacking the rim.
You know, small guards attack the rim, don't play long. This is the What's to Play podcast. Big Jon.
What's up, FD?
What's going on, man?
Tuesday night, we in the house.
Tuesday night. We get a chance.
Jordan rolling?
We got Jordan here. Jordan says, we rolling. Jordan, what's up? We get a chance to talk about a lot. There's a lot going on right now.
There's a lot going on. You got trades. You got Kansas City back in the Super Bowl. What else? We got Pete Carroll coach in the Raiders. We got people self-proclaimed faces of the hobby. One-on-ones being hit. New product coming out. It's a lot. So NBA All-Star game as well.
Yeah, NBA All-Star game's coming up in one of the best cities in the world that has it.
Chicago?
No. The Bay. The Bay. So let's throw a dart at something. De'Aaron Fox. Let's talk about, he's fired his coach. He got his coach fired.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says. He got his coach fired. He did the LeBron thing. He went upstairs and started talking about something. And I guess since Mike Brown left, they're slightly better. But they're still not a good team. So, De'Aaron Fox, if he goes to the San Antonio Spurs, there's some talk of that. What does that really mean for the San Antonio Spurs? Are they a playoff team?
Yeah, they're a playoff team.
You think so?
Probably, yeah. Does that mean Chris Paul goes to the bench? Was he in that trade?
I have so many questions. That's one. Does Chris Paul go to the bench?
And then do we stunt Stephen Castle's growth and his development?
That's what I'm saying.
To be an eighth seed?
That's another thing I was thinking about. So let's pull up something here. Throw some numbers.
I'm all for win now moves. But when you know you're not in win now mode, I don't see. Because Castle's good. He could be rookie of the year.
That's what I'm saying. But how many points a game is he averaging?
Who, Fox or Castle?
Castle.
Let's see.
I want to say 17. Am I wrong in that?
He is averaging 11.7 points per game.
Okay, 11 points a game. We know that De'Aaron Fox is averaging 25.
Mm-hmm.
We also know that the Spurs are a 12 seed right now.
Right. And The Kings are 10 speed.
So the Rosen is just left on the island.
Yeah. But DeRozan's an older vet he don't matter. He's not the core. The bonus is up on the island.
Yeah.
They tried to pair Fox and Sabonis is up. And then Monk.
Oh, all right. Nobody's considering Monk.
No.
Monk will get absorbed by another team.
I don't see what that trade does for the Spurs in the short term.
I don't see it.
I understand he scores better than Castle, but Castle is one of the best young defenders in the game. As a rookie.
I just don't see. It sounds good. It's going to make people feel good. It's going to put butts in seats. It's going to make people probably check out the first several games.
Mm-hmm. And then when they still are 11th seed, doesn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, we look back. We look, that's a trio. But we look at Phoenix. Out the gate, that wasn't going to work. There's some of these moves. We know Brooklyn, what that was with Kyrie, Harden, and Durant. That wasn't going to work. One thing we can say is that De'Aaron Fox can complement Wemby.
Yeah.
I just don't know what it does to other guards that are in that system right now.
But offensively, Wemby has the ball in his hands a lot. He plays point guard most time.
Yeah.
So I don't see putting a ball dominant point guard like Fox with him because he's not going to go to the block and he's not going to be a jump shooter that's as good as KD. The reason why the Warriors worked with KD, Steph, and Clay is because Clay was the one who doesn't need the ball to dribble.
Yeah. They all complemented each other.
Yeah. So you have all these teams trying to put three stars together who don't complement each other because they all have to have the ball.
I just say, when I first heard about this, the De'Aaron Fox to the Spurs, that doesn't do anything for me. I don't know. I don't know what guard would you name that complements Wemby?
What guard that could complement Wemby?
Yeah, what two or point that could complement Wemby in the NBA today?
NBA today, you need a Maxey type.
Who's that?
You need a Tyrese Maxey type who won't demand the ball, but will take advantage of his opportunities when he has possession.
It's probably close.
Right?
It's not Luka. It's not Trae Young. Trying to think of somebody.
It's a two guard or a pure point. But again,
how many pure points are running in the league?
None. So
So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see. I've said this from day one on the Wemby thing. It's gonna be interesting to see how you put pieces around him.
Mm-hmm.
And what does that do?
I like Chris Paul is a good piece for the team because they have a bunch of young guards who don't know how to play guard. Yeah. They can learn from him in that aspect. And even for Wemby, like spacing, things he can learn from. That's teaching. It's like having a coach on the floor for that young team.
Yeah.
Right. But you actually talk about who's going to get that's going to help me win and win now. There's nobody that can trade for right now to do that. They need a whole offseason. They need a season and an offseason with Wemby to figure out. Like you put Darius Garland with Wemby for half a season and an offseason, you may get a good 5-6 seed playoff team. But I think he's so unique that you just can't come mid-season and think we're going to change things. We're going to change it up and get rolling because he's so unique of a player.
This is
You need a half a season and an off season to at least get the chemistry and get to what we're going to do.
Let me check out. What is Darius? Do we have an echo? Do you hear an echo?
No, you're good.
Okay. I mean, Darius Garland, that's probably about, that's the kind of player you need. Shoots very good from the field. What's his 3-point percentage? Shooting well from the three. Yeah, he's probably the closest guard that I could think of that probably complements Wemby. Wemby's going to be a hard player to put people with. I mean, unless he morphs his game to start doing something else. I don't know.
Nathan, the Spurs forwards are Zach Collins, Keldon Johnson, and Harrison Barnes. I just had to look that up because I did not know.
I'm surprised Harrison Barnes is still playing basketball. Jordan says, you know what? That might be pretty good or open a court for Wemby. There's some positives. I just don't see that thing moving the needle. I don't see that solidifying playoff each year. How many times has De'Aaron Fox been an All-Star?
I think twice.
So he's in that.
Yeah.
Who else did I look up the other day has been an All-Star twice?
LaMelo.
LaMelo.
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
But again,
De'Aaron Fox is not an All-Star this year. It will take a move like this probably for him to. I just don't know. He's a player that I just don't. I watch him play. I don't know if he's frustrated in Sacramento. I feel like I see something different. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it was the Mike Brown thing. Sounds like Mike Brown was verbally getting at people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what the deal was. He's verbally getting at people. He's talking to that generation of player in a very different way that I think people were folding up around him.
Mm-hmm.
Then he started calling out De'Aaron Fox for some stuff he wasn't doing. And, I think you can do some stuff in Golden State that you can't do with a Sacramento King organization.
Sabonis and Fox do well. So Wemby is better than Sabonis. Yes, he's a better player, but they do well together because Sabonis is on the block. You can put Sabonis on the block. You can put Sabonis on the elbow. Wemby doesn't play on the elbow down.
We also know that Sabonis flies away, curls up in playoffs.
Yeah.
Maybe De'Aaron Fox is tired of that. I mean, you lead the league in double-doubles, get to the playoffs. And see you later. I don't know. Maybe he's tired of that.
I agree with Nathan. And I'm thinking if I'm the Spurs and I want to injust something to potentially be in the play-in, a trade for Julius Randle. Hear me out.
You know what I'm at on Julius Randle.
Yeah, I know you at on Julius Randle, but hear me out. You have that elbow down player that can play elbow down when the games get tight. And he can shoot the three, and he doesn't have to have the ball in his hands 50% of the time. So if you can get him to play elbow down when Wemby's out, where he be getting the ball, he can be a number two in that way if he can fit in that type of role.
What way does Julius Randle like to play? What's his go-to?
I think when he got traded to New York, he became an elbow out guy. So elbow to 3-point guy.
That's his go-to. Even now, if you watch him in Minnesota, he ain't trying to get busy in the paint. He wants to do this and then go out and shoot that three. And he's not shooting well from the three.
No.
He likes to shoot it. He's not shooting well. But I agree. I will agree with a forward.
Yep.
It's probably the best move to make instead of a guard in modern day basketball that really doesn't. Yeah, like Randall's shooting 33% from the three. I mean, that's like league average.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a forward. But Wemby is really a small forward, right?
Yeah, he's a small forward. I mean, I think his archetype is the KD archetype, right? He's going to play small forward, power forward in an open system. But unlike KD, he likes to bring the ball up court 50% of the time, 60% of the time. KD would do it, but he doesn't matter. Catch me off a curl.
Mm-hmm.
Catch me off a curl, put me in the ISO. I ain't got to dribble it up.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of more to his game that he has to add, that he could potentially add. Not that he has to, because at the end of the day, he's 7'3". Nobody's blocking the shot. Nobody's bothering the shot at 7'3".
Can he play? I always ask this question. Can he play 10, 12, 15 years like this?
We two with no injuries, so let's see.
Just as like I mean, I don't know. I feel like we haven't seen this, but I guess there have been other players in the past that we hadn't seen before we saw them. It just seems like are they better? Are they better this year than they were last year?
Yeah, they were bottom last year. So, but they're on the come up, right? You see the potential to be a good playoff team in the years to come. But they got to keep adding, and it's based off Wemby being healthy. But like last year, Jeremy Sochin, terrible. Last year, you had people not wanting to pass him the ball. Mm-hmm. And I think with Chris Paul, with Castle, they're starting to build a team and a culture now. Play defense, play some defense, play the right way. So we have to see.
What if? Let me throw something wild out there. You tell me.
What if they got Kobe White? The Bulls want to liquidate everybody. Or what if they got Lonzo?
What if they got Cooper Flag? There'd be low probability in the draft. It'd be low probability in the draft. What if that?
They got Cooper. If they got Cooper Flag,
what if that happened?
I don't. That's a forward, but his game still seems to be.
Oh, he
attack the rim. He's NBA ready in attack.
He's got a little pass game to him to be a big 2, small 3. You know.
So what if? So that's like saying, what if Tracy McGrady and Kobe Bryant played together? Could they play together?
Oh yeah, that almost happened. Yeah. Oh yeah. I would be crazy to say. I would love to see KG and Kobe Bryant together.
No, I said Tracy McGrady and Kobe Bryant together.
That would have been lovely. Y'all know that could work.
Could that have worked with them both being ball dominant as it were?
Well, I think so, because they can both do other things. Mm-hmm. They're not like modern NBA players. They can just only score. They're not LaMelo Ball or that they want to just score. They're actually doing something else. And Kobe, will go out and play defense and say, Tracy, you get it tonight. And he doesn't even care about his stats. Ooh, that would be dangerous. Man. Woo, man, that gets me excited. Just thinking about the possibility of that. And like I said, put Kobe with anybody. He's complimenting them. You know what he did with Shaq? You put him with KG. KG almost came to town.
Yeah, we put him with KG.
Look how you played with Lamar Odom. And you know Lamar Odom came into the league, scored first guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then started doing other stuff. 6'10", 6'11", running the court.
Powell.
This is that. Look what he did for Kobe Bryant is that kind of player that we miss today. You could drop him into a situation with the defense, with the three-point ability, with the mid-range. The way he dishes the ball, too, his vision. He doesn't care about anything. His points could drop. If they were winning, Kobe's good. Yeah, Randall wants to be the number one. I really don't even know why. Yes, if Wemby stays on the outside, he'll be in the league for years. It also helps the NBA is less physical. I hope he's around for years. I wish I got the best. He's definitely something interesting to watch. I will say that.
Yeah, he's good for the league. You want to get into these all-star starters?
Yeah, can we pull them up?
Yeah.
If you got them, show you the screen. Yeah.
Now, I am not excited for the All-Star game whatsoever.
Why not? What's up?
I don't understand the new format.
Well, it's a 3-on-3 game, right?
Yeah. Did you see the you see that they have nobodies besides Mac McClung in the dunk contest. So dunk contest should not finish.
That's gonna be weak.
Should not finish Saturday night. Like finish Saturday night of the 3-point contest.
So have they announced who's in the three, and have they announced if Steph and Caitlin Clark and all them are shooting?
No, they haven't announced anything like that.
It has to be coming. Hopefully they can get Caitlin Clark involved in that.
Hopefully.
It's harder and harder for a guard to me, point or two guard. And some of these small forwards are good to be all-stars. You have so many people now averaging over 22 points a game.
Hmm. So in the East, the starters are Jalen Brunson, Jason Tatum, Giannis, Donovan Mitchell, and Karl Anthony Towns. In the West, Steph, Shea, Jokic, LeBron, and Kevin Durant.
The West has to win that. I mean, the West has the best starting five, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the West, it's kind of harder to be harder to be a starter or make all-stars in the West.
Yeah.
Because LeBron's always going to have enough stats to be an all-star. So is KD. So is Jokic. So is Steph. And so is Shea.
So like, the backcourt you named,
how
does the Melo Ball fit into that backcourt you
what
named?
In the what East?
Yeah. He's not going to start over Brunson.
No. Man, Brunson's winning.
Yeah.
Everybody on the East is winning. That's the top from the top 4 teams in the East. Knicks, Cavs, Celtics, and Bucks. They're winning.
So let's say this.
Nobody's even gonna play in the All-Star game. He hurt.
Well, he's always hurt. We said this weeks ago. We talked about weeks ago that he will not make it through this season. Did you say he got hurt?
Yeah, hurt his ankle.
Yeah, what? Backing up. First, I thought he stepped on Vanderbilt's foot. No.
Is it the shoes? Is it the Pumas?
It's the shins the same size as the calves, man.
Mm-hmm.
No, excuse me. Shins, calves, thighs, whole leg, same circumference.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably the problem. But people think, I've had people tell me this guy's going to be the face of the league. Hold on a minute. Let me just ask you a question. And I'm not trying to be any type of way. We talking marketing.
So if I'm the NBA, my 4 faces of the league would be Wemby, Shea, 1 and 2, Tatum, and Tatum. I would push Tatum, and either Giannis or Anthony Edwards. Hear me out, and I will plead the case for Tatum. Right, he's a champion. He's been in the playoffs, been consistent all his time in the league, and outside of the court, no problems. Family man out of trouble, no problems whatsoever. And he's in Boston. He's on your most storied team. So I'm going to look for young people to push for faces of the league. Those would be my 4. Wemby gets you overseas market, and he's young and he's good. And he's a freak. Nobody's gonna be like him. Shea also gets you Canada. He's consistent, not in trouble. He's got flashy to his game. He talks a good talk. He's not gonna back down. He wants all the smoke. Anthony Edwards can be for the younger generation that wants the rowdiness, that likes the talkers. Giannis, again, international, not in trouble. Wants to win, wants all the smoke, not plays a different style. He's not playing this 3-point game. So, like, those 5 can make up a good 5 to market around to push the game out globally, in my opinion. Just looking at marketing globally.
Say this though. Is Tatum the only American-born player you named?
No. Yeah.
And that's
the only American-born player. Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards, too.
Oh, okay. But that's the problem. I think it's a problem in America. Right now, the most dominant players in the NBA, the majority of them are foreign players.
Yeah.
For me, I don't care. I want to see good basketball. I want to see guys shooting well, shooting free throws well, dunking or not dunking, playing off glass. Just all kind of ball that we grew up on. I would love to see that. But to me, you can't. I just don't think you can market to American fans with all foreign players as a face of the NBA. We've never had a time like that. You know, when you talk about Bird, Dr. J, Magic Johnson, taking that torch over to Michael Jordan, then Shaq and Kobe, Steph, Clay, Draymond. We've never had that where it's all foreign players that you're talking about, except for Jason Tatum, to me, who doesn't have the charisma. He ain't got that riz, bro.
That's why you have Anthony Edwards.
He's not polished enough. You can't be putting the middle finger up at people in a game, and then come post game and sit in the chair because you know how you be. You know how. Yeah, I'm 20 something. You know, I'm young. That doesn't work. It's not gonna work. So you got to be who's polished, and all these foreign players, Giannis, Shea, these are the people that are polished. I keep telling people Luka doesn't want to do an interview.
No,
he has no interest in doing an interview. He doesn't want to talk to you. He wants to get out of there and get ready for the next day.
I don't think that when anybody looks at their game and think they really need to promote and market exclusively to America, because they have this. This is our game. This is our game, and reason being because we know all you need it's the cheapest sport for us to pick up and go play.
Mhm.
All you need is a ball.
Mm-hmm. As a park.
You don't even need you don't need a park. All you need is a ball. You can put a milk crate on a tree. You playing basketball now, right?
Yeah.
All you need is a ball. You yourself in a ball. It's not like soccer where you need a goalpost, you need multiple people. It's not like football where you need 2 or 3 people to throw the ball to. It's not like baseball where that's hard to get kids to come out and play baseball just for fun when they go outside. But half the time you only need a ball. I can cram a piece of paper and throw it in the trash can. Kobe, just like that.
But the face of the NBA has never been a foreign player. Not
First
one
time
day
for
ever.
everything.
I don't think it rolls like that.
It's the first time for everything.
So the question is,
This draft, wasn't the first like 3 players in the last draft all foreign players?
yeah, that doesn't mean. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that those individuals are prepared to be the face of the NBA. So the question is Anthony Edwards ever going to be polished? Is he ever going to be that guy?
No.
Okay, so this is where I'm at. So check that box. That's not going to happen.
In a perfect world, you'd want Anthony Edwards to be as polished as Jalen Brunson.
Yes, and Shea. What about if he was Shea or Jalen Brunson or somewhere in between?
Yeah, somewhere in between that.
He would be.
Or you want Jason Tatum to have the charisma of Anthony Edwards.
Tatum sometimes looks like he doesn't really want to be there. So, next question. Will LaMelo Ball ever be on that I'm polished enough to be the face of the NBA?
No.
It's not going to happen. It's not happening, people.
Trey, so hold on. We got some people. What's up, Zerny, Nathan, Huddle?
Let me go through some. So LP said K Cunningham, point guard, playing with.
You know what? I see him do an interview. He got some edge to him, but he is polished.
He's polished. He's not going to be the face of the NBA. His game is not that level. Yeah. But he's more polished. But him playing with Wemby, let's say, I don't know about that. I mean, it's not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea. I mean, will Banchero ever be polished?
Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah, he just needs to get out of Orlando. Let him out. They got him locked up, man. Right? Jordan Brown. He was the most popular vote and third in the league vote. Yeah, that's all of them stats are good. It's just not happening. Tatum, yeah, he didn't get that charisma. He just doesn't have those kind of people skills in the interview. It doesn't get you excited. You look at Tatum, he get you off your couch, make you hype. Mm-hmm. He all tight around the shoulders too, man. What's up? So tight. Shoots a jumper tight. I don't know what's up. Jordan Brown. East has tough choices for reserves this year. Yeah. So what's the process there? How do these reserves get picked?
I don't know. Is it the rest of the voting or
is that coaches voting?
I think it's coaches voting. I
think it's coaches voting.
What do you get? Garland, LaMelo, Brown.
Gotta have some bigs in there, right?
And then Big Mobley. I don't know who else bigs you get.
Is Allen? Allen? Is he in also?
Who?
Allen for Cleveland.
Could be.
Mobley has stepped his game up.
Mm-hmm.
I used to watch film of him and Wiseman playing against each other in high school. He has stepped his game up. Huddle in the house. Hello, everyone. Good to have you here, sir. Zerny, what up, fam? LP. I want to see teams with their own identity.
She won't see that anymore
because they're all playing the Golden State identity. They're chasing greatness. So that's probably not gonna happen. I would like to see it too. Because teams back in the day that were good teams had their own identity. Jordan Brown giving a salute to Huddle. Nate, Burbank Car Show still on. Yeah, it's coming. February 14th kicks off that weekend. Still working on. I was talking to Big Jon the other day. Still working on my strategy for that show. We shall see. Something tells me I may walk it, make connections on something to buy at some point. But I will be looking for the Curry Man.
I know the show I'm going to. I am looking for art print for my daughter. That's what I connected. One of the artists is going to be there trying to get a print for her. So,
what kind of print?
Bluey or Bingo. Okay. Bingo first. You know, she has a couple posters and a couple paintings he's done. So I just hit him up like, hey, what you got? What you working on over there? Mm-hmm. See you in a couple weeks.
Very cool.
Who goes to a car show to get a painting, right?
Hey,
you do things differently in Connecticut.
Yeah. There's stuff there for you. LP says Randy Moss mooned the crowd. FD. He's still a legend, but he was never the face of the NFL.
Nope.
He's a bomb to me. Been a bomb since day one. I saw that game that night. I believe it was Monday Night Football. He mooned. Straight cash, homie. I mean, all of that. But I will say this, and I will continue to say this. If Randy Moss does not play with Tom Brady, he's not a Hall of Famer. And a lot of people wouldn't be talking. He will be the poster child for career deferred and what could have been. I went to a game in Oakland when I first moved to California. And I bought tickets early, and the Raiders played the St. Louis Cardinals. This was when you had Bolger at quarterback for the Rams. And Randy Moss was already suspended.
Mm-hmm.
Art Shell had already put him on ice. At that point, man, his career was headed towards the trash.
Yes.
And when he got plucked and put with greatness and then ran off 22 touchdowns in a season, he went from zero in terms of Hall of Fame candidacy, not career, because Randy was doing his thing, just wasn't doing it in Oakland. He went to a whole nother stratosphere, first ballot Hall of Famer.
And he was scared he was going to get cut.
Yeah.
Because he came to the Patriots injured and didn't let nobody know. So he was afraid he's going to get cut.
Mm-hmm.
He knew his career was on limited time.
And then he started hearing Brady to Moss.
Yep.
And I wish they could have played together longer, to tell you the truth. Those years with Culpepper, he could have been somewhere doing something else.
What else we got? Who else we got?
We got Moss. Zerny, don't know how we get back to All-Americans dominance in basketball. And quite cap football too. I don't know.
Well, the Olympics prove that we're still dominant in basketball. The problem is your stars are now spread out worldwide.
Well, let's go star by star. We need to get Giannis out of Milwaukee. It'd be better for the team, for the league, if he's playing someplace else. It could be anywhere.
Why would it be better for the league? Why can't a small market contain a star and win championships? They won a championship already. The championship village is nice. Why can't he get a second one there?
You know, when they won that year, that was very low viewage. The views on that finals extremely low. Nobody's trying to.
And let me just say this: 100% believe if KD had on his shoes that fit regularly, they would not have been in the finals and won the finals.
Hold on.
Right?
Who? What now?
Remember, they got there because KD's foot was on the line because he was wearing a shoe half size too big.
Yep.
You know, KD would have a championship outside of the Warriors if it wasn't for a half size too big shoe.
Well, you know.
But if ifs was fifth, we'd all be drunk.
That's what I'm saying. There's no ifs in sports. He got his rings where he should have got them. For sure. Yeah, so we got to get Giannis out of Milwaukee. He's got to go somewhere. Who is
Paolo out of Orlando.
Yeah, get Paolo. Paolo has to get out of Orlando. You got this stuff spread out too much right now. You know, we need to get teams like Golden State, the Bulls, back into some kind of like these teams have to be back in the mix, especially the Bulls.
Yeah,
that major market just floundering itself. Just you got Cat over to New York, so that's good. It would be wonderful if Brooklyn wasn't trash.
It would be.
Be a contender. Now you got two teams in that area. Be a contender. Those little moves right there. I always say a couple of teams should be cut. There's like 4 or 5 teams too much in the NBA. Take that talent, at least the elite talent on those teams, put them on those teams, and we're almost back to the late 80s, early 90s. But the league wants to do the opposite. They want to put more teams in the NBA, which is going to further water down the talent.
Yeah. And they want to reward losing because, like, all the play-in does is reward losing.
Yeah.
That's all it does. Doesn't keep the end of the season that interesting. It just rewards losing.
Jordan says you have Trey. John, see, people automatically right now are starting to talk about Amen Thompson. Yeah, 130-point game. People talking about. We got to get more than that. Got to get more than. Oh, I had 32. Got to be more than that. Trey loves to score and dominate the ball, and if you see him in person, he's barely 5'11".
But and also Trey's personality, he is not a face. He's a heel. He's a villain.
Yeah. But then Ja too. Ja's not. I don't see him. He has some personality,
but he's a villain.
Yeah, after these pistols and all, I just don't.
No, yeah, his personalities are like, if you had to put this in wrestling term, they're heels. They're not baby faces. They're heels. You want to root against them if they're not on your team. You're only rooting for them if they're playing for your team.
LP Allen Iverson never became polished. He was never the face of the league. Have you seen the video? I always ask this to people, and a lot of AI fans say, "No, FD, I have not seen that." Have you seen the video where he was fighting in a bowling alley in high school, and was the reason why John Thompson was the only person to give him a scholarship to do anything in college? Did you ever see that video? He was a star, but also he shot horribly from the field. If he played like that today, I don't know who Allen Iverson would be today.
You're underselling Allen Iverson, right? Allen Iverson was a superstar, but in a superstar in the sense that he was a superstar in the sense that he had a cult following.
Okay,
right? He had a large cult following, but he's also the reason why they got a strict dress code, because he was not marketable. Marketing stands one of them. They couldn't market the NBA due to the popularity of Allen Iverson.
And he was also in a time with no social media.
Yep.
So if Allen Iverson today was going to games, then going to the club, and then going straight from the club back to the next game, never going home, that wouldn't last long. And outside of that cult following that Big Jon is talking about, Allen Iverson was a star but wasn't dominating anything in the NBA from a total marketing perspective.
Right.
It's not happening. Did you turn on your TV and you saw a Pepsi commercial with Allen Iverson? Did you turn on your TV and you saw him bite into a Big Mac?
Remember, as popular as he was, Penny Hardaway had the commercials.
Yes. Penny had commercials with a bunch of people and had the doll with Chris Rock, and he was doing his thing.
As LP says down here, right? Allen, his shoes were second to Jordan. Yes, that proves that he had cult following, but he was not a person that the NBA could market to the world.
Not at all. I would hope everybody is seeing what we're talking about. It's not
but we're talking about in the late 90s, early 2000s when you got your news what happened 2 days later, right? And Dennis Rodman used to go out and drag in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And you didn't hear about it until he did that game 1. You didn't know about it until game 3.
Yeah. He knew that. Yes. Could Maxey be the face?
No.
Maxey has to elevate his game, and he can't be sitting behind Paul George. So they put him in the shadow of everyone. You had Harden, now you got Paul George, and it will be someone else soon. It can't be like that. Yes.
LT saying Allen has a huge fall in Asia. So does Stephon Marbury. Yeah, Stephon Marbury was never the face of the.
Let's not forget, the focus is America, and what are American fans doing? At least that's what I'm talking about. Allen Iverson is popular. Yeah, very much so. What card are you looking for? Any rookie card, Native? You can help. Let me know. It can be Bowman Blue, Tops. I would like a refractor. Trying to build myself up to that.
Are you only so you don't do no Martin Curry's? Even low number stuff?
Yeah, I have some. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What we got here? Hello guys. How you doing? Matt, what's up?
What's up, Matt?
Good to have
you.
You
Got the Chargers flag?
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, man, I did see that. He changed his logo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very cool. Chargers. Yeah, you got to keep trying to put as much talent as you can around Herbert and maximize that defense.
Mm-hmm.
Khalil Mack said he's coming back.
Return of the Mac. I love me some Khalil Mack. I ain't gonna hold you.
So do I. I want him.
Violent man.
Yeah, to me, at the end of your career, you don't retire when there's nice checks that can come through, and he's still playing at a pretty high level. He hasn't sustained a lot of injuries or had problems, and he's still doing his thing. And you got Bosa on the other side; he's gonna take some of the heat off of you. So
yeah, you only got to pay 2 out of 4 downs.
Yeah, I will come back and pick up some change. Machado, we rolling. That's what's good, fellas. What's good, Machado? Lots of talk about the sports world and culture. Yes, we get through some of these, then we're gonna jump into some topics. Super chat, LFG, Machado. We got K, Mobley, LaMelo, Brown. Has Brown's game dropped?
No, that whole team's on co-pilot, right? So I listen to Sports Talk Radio when I'm going to work, and one of the conversations I popped in on, they're talking about the philosophy of the Celtics. Celtics' goal is to hit 25 threes a game. And what are they going to do in the playoffs if they don't hit 25 threes? They lose.
Yeah, that's like it was in 2022 against Golden State.
So their philosophy is just right now they have enough depth where they can hit those. It just is what it is with them this year, right? They won a championship. They are The goal is to repeat. The goal is to repeat. The regular season.
I think it's already over. They're not repeating. Yeah, they're not repeating. And these are going to be some guys. You're talking about Tatum. You're talking about Brown. They have one ring. People give them a firm handshake in Boston. You get some free pasta and meatballs or something when you go out. Right? It's all good. But these are not legends, bro. No, by no means. What major awards has Tatum or Brown won?
Finals MVP, Eastern Conference MVP.
Okay.
For Brown.
Nothing.
Gold medal for Tatum.
You said Brown what? Brown what?
Brown got Eastern Conference MVP and Finals MVP. Tatum got a gold medal.
Do you know? Have you ever sat down and thought about the long list of one-time Final MVPs?
No.
Okay. Nobody's thinking about that. You got to put some things together. You got to get some lines on your resume. Like we can't show up and look for a job and be like, I did this one thing.
But I was very good at it.
I was very good, man. Very good. Very good at it. That's funny. What about John Morant? Nobody's talking about him. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm dusting for fingerprints and putting my tape out and asking questions in the community. Nobody's talking about Ja.
I have nothing to say about Ja until they get a new coach.
He can get a new coach. His game is not elevating itself. His game will not elevate itself. He's not going to come out here and average 30 to 27, 28, 30 points a game. He doesn't have that game. His jump shot is not on fire like that. He doesn't shoot the three like that. I'm like Draymond talking to Paul Pierce. You ain't like that. What does he think is happening? What does he think is happening out here? John, you ain't that dude.
I just want to know how did Zach Edey supplant Jaren Jackson Jr.?
Because he has a down low presence that complements Ja.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about Julius Randle earlier. Jaren Jackson Jr. wants to shoot that three. And it's an off balance, kicking legs three. But he still wants to shoot it. But Edey opens up the lane. He gets on the block. He can do certain things. And he's a rim protector. And you got to think Jaren Jackson Jr. was the defensive player of the year. And he hasn't played like that since. Yeah, that's what I hope when you're that guy, you're 7 feet tall, and your team goes over here and gets this guy that's 7 feet tall, you should be thinking something. Like, why do we need him here? Because he's probably going to play more minutes in certain parts of the game than you will.
Yep.
We got Toby in the house.
What's up, Toby?
What's going on? New York City? New York Mets fan? Toby. Good to have you here, sir. Machado Sports, forget the NBA. I can't even watch anymore. I just want to fall in love with JT again. But let's talk about unrivaled and WNBA free agency. How can watch an unrivaled game?
You got to catch an unrivaled game. It's some good. I've seen highlights. I watched a couple games. I am seeing progress in individual players.
I keep hitting you with Angel Reese.
Yeah, I'm seeing progress in her game. I picked up an Angel Reese card last week, the base card, but but everybody's, you want to understand about learning people. I didn't know who Sato Sabley was. I know now. Skylar, and then the Skylar Diggins beating Jewel Oden, hitting the game winner in that game. That all that background drama between them two. Yeah, it's been fun to watch a couple of games, even watching the highlights. But looking from a basketball standpoint, them ladies are putting in work. They're getting some skill. They're putting in some work. And
what I think about it is that they're getting paid.
Oh, they're getting paid, and they're getting paid.
Yeah,
but they put in work. That product should be a lot better. And then you got what? Kelsey Plum to The Sparks?
I did, baby. She's. I'm loving that.
But you know why they did that, right?
Why?
Because they got the number 2 pick, and they're not going to get Paige Becker, so they needed another good guard that can knock some shots down.
I don't blame them.
They were banking on putting Paige and Brink together.
Well, those 2 other players that they got last year in the draft.
Rakia Jackson.
Mm-hmm. If they can stay healthy, they're going to be doing something. What does this mean for Aja Wilson?
For who?
For
Asia?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got Jewel Lloyd. She got another beat, the 25-point score on the team. So she got
I saw that.
With a Jackie, so they just gives them a chance to reload. Like,
but Plum played the traditional point guard.
Yeah.
We'll see how that works.
Rakia face guard Jack. Where's the money? Hey, money in here somewhere because we talking about this girl. I know money got to be in here.
Oh, who said Rakia face guard Jackson?
Machado.
No, we got some. I got some comments to catch up on here. People, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all in the comments. We're going to get to them. Not trying to. I want to make sure that you're heard and what you. Yeah, she does it. She got a face card on her now. Oh yeah.
We talking about that's Imani's girls. I know he's gonna be somewhere looking around.
Oh,
Where's she at? Where's she at?
Oh, for sure.
She's not close by. I thought she was close by on the desk. But then you got Alyssa Thomas getting traded to the Suns. Griner signing with Atlanta. So you get some parity.
Got 2 things. So we got Miss Jackson in the house. Face card Jackson. And then I want to show. We talk about, and this is not picking on anybody. We're talking about face of the NBA. What we got here? There's many different clips you could play of my man LaMelo Ball. Let's pick one.
LaMelo, this one always seems to go down to the wire with the Pacers. So what did it take to win this one tonight?
We had to hang in there and listen to the coaches and pretty much follow the game plan. I mean, we be getting up and then somehow they get back in the game. It happened every time. So just trying to finish it, and we've been doing that. So
you and Terry, such a dynamic backcourt. He definitely helped win this game too. How much confidence do you have in him, and how are you able to? What do you like about playing alongside him?
That's my brother for real to the end. So yeah, I love playing with him. Same with Miles. So yeah, we all in this.
You were just 1 assist away from a triple-double. What was it about tonight? How are you able to create for your teammates so well?
Pretty much just going out there and playing. I mean, we all got confidence in each other. So yeah, just going out there and playing.
And the final game of 2021, and you guys get a win.
You know that.
Okay, so.
New year, new me. Same me, though.
We'll come back here. We got one more question. How do you keep this energy going into the new year?
Well, having wins, that always helps. So a win after a win after a win, we're going to keep on trying to do that.
And last question, I promise. What do you got to say to your teammates, Miles and PJ? I know they want to be out here tonight.
Happy New Year. Yeah.
Most of his interactions was like that. He's winning.
Yeah.
He's winning if he's doing that the majority of the time.
That's really good. That's really good energy.
It is.
And not be hurt.
Sometimes we go somewhere with it that where we're going right now, man. Let's calm down. It is. I think we just gotta realize we got guys. That guy's making $235 million, man.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't probably give a damn about what somebody's thinking, talking about. He does not care. So, but you still gotta. I mean, to me, that's in my opinion, and I'm not trying to be that old guy on the porch. You gotta have some locker room talk, and then you gotta have some talk in front of the camera. All right, let me get through some of these comments here. Big Jon, you ready for Brave New World? Popcorn shell bucket?
Yes, I am. I might go to the movie then just by the bucket before we go and see the movie.
I'm trying to be there that weekend. If not, we might do something crazy. Might try to go that Friday or Thursday.
I'm trying to go there Friday, but I think I might not be able to. Some family stuff happening.
Okay.
But I'm gonna make it happen that weekend.
Does it come out on Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Then we got the Burbank Car Show as well. I just hope I'm not sick during the Burbank Car Show. Last year, bad flu. Huddle card. If the majority, yeah, man. If the majority of the stars in the NBA have to be in big markets, it starts to turn into baseball. I think that's what we need. I mean, if you look back, you had the Detroit Pistons. Who else did you have that was in a small market? I can't think of anybody. You had to see our Supersonics in the 70s. But I can't think of anybody. Any team that was a small market team. Bulls look lost. They are. They'll start liquidating. Are they gonna move Kobe? What do you think?
Yeah. They probably gonna move everybody.
Man, he could go somewhere and really take a step if he goes to the right place.
Yeah, he can really be helpful because he has a good game. He's humble and he'll take coaching and direction.
Yep.
Like if you
and when you put the camera in front of his face,
yeah,
he's nice with it. Brian Toby Taylor, the Golden State play-in Warriors. Please, I will hope no one thinks that Golden State is just done. I will hope not. Don't do yourself like that. Because I remember in 2020 and 2021, some people were saying things. Before we get off, like now I got to play that Steph. Nobody wants to see us now. Machado, what's the word, Jordan? The young players have an opportunity to put in work and take the spot. They do. Will they? Is the question. And where is Keontae George? There are players. There are players that we talk about and people get hyped about, and people want to protect these players. And don't you talk about them? And where's Keontae George?
I don't know.
Probably someone shooting about 31% from the field.
I got some Keontae cards. Like,
struggling.
16 points a game.
What's
3.5 pounds. Shooting 38%.
38?
Yeah.
Oh, he's gotten better. What's his 3-point percent? 35?
I gotta go to it and get there. Because they're playing the Warriors right now, down by 12.
Yeah, they're not gonna beat the Warriors. At least not in the first 3 quarters. You never know after that. And Keontae plays the point, right?
Yeah.
And you can't. And what's his free throw percentage? I remember some low numbers, man.
34%.
How much for what?
34% from 3.
And what's his free throw percentage?
81.
Okay. I think he's gotten better. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's not gonna work long term. Everybody knows that. It's not gonna.
Just gotta keep getting better.
Let's hope. Let's hope for Mr. George. The NBA, Machado, we was used to ain't there no more. No, it's probably never coming back. Let's a hand check and get some defense in this game. These players not playing for championships anymore. No, they're playing for the dollars. They plan to build their own business brands. I think people fail to realize that your brand's not worth much as you can produce as a basketball player. If you're a basketball player, like people say, make the main thing, and then use that platform to jump off into something else. LeBron, KD, and Curry, the last of dying breed. I think Shea gonna represent. He was a David to the Goliath. Allen Iverson. Allen's shoes were second to Jordan worldwide. We talked about that. I miss when AI meant Allen Iverson. But when we talk about practice, it says something. Everyone wore his shoes, though. I never had a pair. Were they comfortable? Hey, John, you ever had a pair of AIs?
I had one pair.
Were they comfortable?
I can't remember. That's a long time ago.
Tyra Banks and Lil Penny. Yep. People sleeping on that. Chris Rock. FD, AI has 30 for 30 about how he changed the league and players all around the world. I mean, that's respect. That's ESPN giving him some respect. Well, he's a player that the field goal percentages he had and the amount of shots he took, he actually made his team a little bit worse with each shot. He played with Stackhouse, and Stackhouse couldn't do anything. I know we got some AI. I know we got some AI fans out here. Allen has a huge following in Asia. We talked about that. Because they didn't like the tattoos and baggy clothes back then. Part of it. Allen didn't have to move there, though. Tyrese Maxey smoked my Lakers tonight, 40 points. I'm happy for him. Did y'all see the stat that Joel Embiid
Go ahead.
has almost played as many games as he hasn't played?
Yep.
Nobody was talking about that, though. That's going to be his whole career like that. He'll be remembered as a guy who really didn't play.
Oh, but speaking of the Lakers, it's almost time for the All-Star game, so, it's time for the quote-unquote best player ever to complain that he needs more help.
Yeah, he's going to do that. Yeah, he's going to do that. Machado, FD, you still got Maxi cards? Yes. The Maxi market is
not great.
No. Not at all. Jordan Brown, yes, Allen Iverson was facing the NBA is considered one of the most influential athletes in American sports. His own court style, which included wearing an arm sleeve and headband influence. Yeah, that's cool.
That's not the face of the NBA. That was Colt Baldwin.
Yeah, it's not the face of the NBA.
That was us.
That's like releasing an independent movie, and then 15 years later, people say, "Man, this is a bomb." And there's only a group of people that's saying that. The return of the Max song was a hit. Was a hitter. Interesting. FD, load up on content at the Burbank show. Think some creative video segments. We need a fan perspective. Yeah, we'll move around, talk to people. I think the only thing that kept me from that before is I wasn't feeling well, but we'll move around. Talk to as many people as possible. Kind of take it back to the first year that we did content at a show. See what's going on. Should be fun. Ontario, California. For the February 14th through 16th. You feel me? AI got a different meaning now. Yeah. Do you all think the Nuggets will win another ring soon? No. Nuggets, no, they're not winning another ring. We said this after the first one. People's like, man, it's a dynasty. It's not a dynasty. The Joker is doing his thing. Westbrook is playing very well. It actually says a lot about playing with LeBron. He's playing very well. The Joker's letting LeBron do his thing. I don't think Jamal Murray will ever be the same. It's not going to be the same. Michael Porter Jr. is about to get up out of there. Aaron Gordon is as good as the Aaron Gordon Joker combination. The success that has is how good he's going to be. No, they're not winning that championship. So Joker, unless he moves, even to another team, that is, even if he combines with Luka, they're not winning the championship. Who on track to beat Boston right now? Boston.
OKC.
OKC will beat Boston in a 7-game series.
Mm-hmm.
The question is about to be, who's going to beat OKC?
Starting to be a believer.
Mm-hmm. I want to fall in love with the NBA again. They lost me, man. I used to want to wake up and watch these games. Yeah, because there's threes. And once that three comes off the rim, it's a chase to the ball. It looks like playground ball. Doesn't really look like professional basketball. So we get a team that can run off 3 championships in 6 years or something like that.
They can run plays.
Yeah, hopefully people admire that. They have a superstar that wins a couple of major awards. If they can get out of the West, it's possible. Ja is at his ceiling already. Ja has banged his head against his ceiling, and he will not go further than that. This year, he's already averaging 3 or 4 less points per game. I still don't think his shoulder's right. And that shoulder's probably going to bother him the rest of his career. If you don't believe me, call up Cam Newton. Machado, NBA needs to take notes from the EuroLeague and their fan experience from the bleachers. Need to have fans locked in like the Olympics and World Cup.
Here's the problem with that. NBA fans are fans of their player. They're not fans of their team. You have LeBron fans, Curry fans, Jokic fans. You don't have way more in comparison to have true, I'm a Lakers fan. I am a Warriors fan. I'm a Grizzlies fan. Like, I'm a Bulls fan. My favorite player is Jimmy Butler, but I'm not a Heat fan. But you have a lot of people who jump bandwagon to bandwagon when LeBron moved teams. They went from being Cleveland fans to Miami fans to Cleveland fans to Lakers fans.
No lies told. Absolutely right.
Real Cleveland fans are Cleveland fans, and they were going to the stadium when they didn't have LeBron and tickets was $10. And now they going back to the stadium when they got Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell and tickets are probably a couple $100 for the nosebleeds. You want to ask somebody that's a fan and they live in the same city as their team? Ask them when the last time they went to a game, how much they paid for a ticket.
This is true. Angel Reese era. On deck. Don't sleep, Big Jon. She gonna turn around. She gonna get that post move off glass. Boop, boop, back down the court.
We'll see.
Right, wait until she starts shooting threes and making them and swatting Caitlin Clark. Like I told you, I'm a Caitlin Clark fan, man. I'm cheering. I'm rooting.
I'm rooting for her. I'm a fan of competition. Like the next 3 years, you got competition coming to the league.
Mm-hmm. Is Angel only missing 2 shots instead of 4? It's on deck. It's coming, Huddle.
She getting better.
It's coming.
We got Huddle. We got Nathan. So I guess I feel like showing off some cards.
Pull them out.
So I got a mail day and this champion today. It's gonna be wrestling though. Tie-dye Montez Ford ring premiere. So happy I got this. So now I have this is 2023. I got the 2024 and I got one from 2022. So I got all 3 years. I was tie-dye 25 for all 3 years of the Panini era. I'm happy. That makes me happy as having a set and collecting.
Yes.
And it's funny how I got to wanting to do that. Listening to I joined a Patreon for W.E. Gelman and free, of course, when you're paying for nothing. But just talking about the new Topps Chrome coming up this Friday, just talking about how little there actually is of W to collect from Panini, because at most, if you look at somebody Prism card out of 10, at most they only have 30 copies between the 3 years. So it's a short. So I figured I started picking up some of the tie-dyes out of 25 for my favorite wrestler now before they get expensive, 4 or 5 years from now.
Yeah. People still talking about LaMelo.
Hmm.
He's the type of fan voting, and then Machado said something about he needs some PR training. I don't think they're interested in that, man. It's out here making his money and playing basketball. Like KD says, I just want to hoop, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in all that. What are some other topics here I wanted to get to? Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. Anybody want to talk about this? Chat, explode. Let's go. So Lamar a week ago was a choke artist, can't get it done, doesn't handle his business. Lost to Buffalo Bills. Allen. Time for Allen to step up. Allen steps up, loses again to Patrick Mahomes. So I hit up Big Jon the other day and asked, where's the Josh Allen card market right now? Is there somebody out there that's believing that this ship gonna turn around? Or is he basically toast?
He toast. Burnt toast at that.
Mm-hmm. Because now you can't, you have an injury. Oh, your running back has an injury. Oh, your defense is not as good. And you don't make it to the playoffs? Or you make it next year and get put out in the first round? It ain't looking good. It's not looking good. So, I just want to hear from my people, though. If we have any Josh Allen, I'm going to run through the wall for Josh Allen people out there.
I want to hear the same critique for Josh Allen as y'all had for Lamar last week. At the end of the day, you didn't make the Super Bowl, you lost, and you played okay. You came out at that first series and almost threw two interceptions.
I want to hear from my people. Don't run from this, folks. Let's talk about it.
And they put the ball in his hands. It was him. It was up to him to win the game. I didn't think that fourth down when they scored a touchdown, I thought they should have kicked it, tried to put the defense back out, and then be the last one with the ball.
But wasn't it two correct conversions they did not get?
Yeah.
I mean, to me, that was the difference of the game. That was the difference, people. Could Saquon Barkley be Super Bowl MVP?
Yes.
I think if the Eagles win, he's Super Bowl MVP.
He's Super Bowl MVP is going to win.
And if I'm the Eagles,
Hurts will have to have the game of his life.
300, 3-4 touchdowns,
no
interceptions. He could probably get one interception in there, but he needs 3 bills. But if I'm Saquon, the Eagles should be releasing the hounds, right? You didn't break Eric Dickerson's record. In the Super Bowl, you should be running ass off.
Oh,
you
yeah.
Should be running. There's let's give him a little breather. No, he should be running the rock. Down people's throats.
What Marshawn say? Running through a face?
That's right. They don't want to see you no more. Yeah. Over and over. Yeah.
Oh, so Lamar's got Josh's guy didn't drop the ball. Josh's guy tried to make a play on a bad throw because he was under pressure. He didn't drop the ball. He tried to make a play. Versus Mark Andrews, who dropped the ball.
And one of Lamar's turnovers was the Andrews drop ball.
But when you watch the beginning of that game last week and see on 2 consecutive passes, the first drive where he throws the ball and almost gets intercepted twice, and don't want to say that he had the jitters, that he was starting that game off?
Let me just say this. As we speak here right now, Lamar Jackson is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Josh Allen is not a Hall of Famer.
3 MVPs will get you in the Hall of Fame.
Bonafide. There's no question. You look throughout history, no question. Eagles will face a much better defense
Eagles will face a much better defense. So will the Chiefs. Plus, the Chiefs, but the difference is Eagles can play clock management in key situations with their run game.
So if you're straight up, let's just break this down. If you're the Eagles, what are you doing with Travis Kelce? Because it's been shown that he's the main receiver.
Yeah, safety over the top. But the problem is, Kelce didn't have a good game against the Bills.
No. But he still ran his routes.
Still ran his route.
Try to keep the middle of the field
occupied.
That's right.
I think the key for the Eagles is to not turn the ball over. And if in a perfect world, Kansas City will have 2 less possessions than what they used to. In a perfect world.
There needs to be a little bit of pressure on Patrick Mahomes.
In a perfect world, Eagles has the ball last in the second quarter, the end of the quarter, and preferably are getting the ball at halftime and putting pressure to go up to put them in a passing situation.
Who should also have a big game is A.J. Brown.
Yep.
I don't see any DB that the Chiefs has or a scheme that should be taking the ball out of A.J. Brown. If they're locking down A.J. Brown with a safety over the top, then the other receiver, what's the young man's name from Alabama?
Devonta Smith?
Devonta Smith. He should be stretching that offense.
The more they can be in 2 and 5, 3rd and 3 situations, the better for the Eagles.
Yes. And Jalen Hurts, you cannot phone the ball like he did last time he played.
No.
You can't
phone outside of that fumble, he had a great
game. He was about to be Super Bowl MVP.
So,
Oh, we say Travis Kelce's about to go off? Okay. If you control him, Kansas City has a problem. And I think that can happen. Man, he's running wheel routes in the middle of the field. It's not, he's running, posting up, catching the ball, and then just turning up. This is not.
Yeah.
First quarter, somebody should be laying a hat on him. He catch the rock, he should feel it.
But if Kareem Hunt, on the flip side, if Kareem Hunt runs the way he was running the first half of that game, Eagles may be in trouble. Jalen Carter is going to be the key on defense and see how much pressure they can get with 4.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see him hop over that O lineman
in
that game? That's athleticism.
Very much so.
JD5 the truth.
Where are you at? What'd you say?
Machado.
JD5.
Jaden Daniels.
Man, I continue to say this. The young man is a good quarterback. He makes great decisions at certain times of the game. He has an arm. He has legs. He knows when to get out of bounds. He doesn't take big hits. He doesn't hold the ball too long to get sacked.
Yeah, but they're not in the playoffs if you don't have a DB taunting the crowd during the Hail Mary. Yeah. And in retrospect, CJ Stroud's year wasn't as bad as people think it was. It just wasn't next level like they hoped it to be.
Yes.
So if Jaden Daniels comes out and does exactly what he did this year, stat wise, it makes it the playoffs, they're going to say he's something not as good because they're not better numbers than what he was. So they did for CJ.
I just want to see more of people before we start running with scissors. Let's just see more people. Let people do their thing, have an off season, walk around with Amber Rose, do different stuff, then come back and play ball. Let's see what's up.
I got a question for the Bills.
What's that?
Do the Bills need to do what Tampa Bay did and fire their coach and put a new coach in there? Do they do to get Tony Dungy out and get Gruden in there to win a championship, to get over this Mahomes hump?
I mean, could be.
And not that the coach is bad, should be fired, but you've lost Andy Reid 4 times in a row. You have a great quarterback, one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the league. You have a good offense. You have a good defense. What needs to be shaken up in that building to get them over the hump? And it's like, do we just have to do Tampa Bay? Fire Dungy and get Gruden just because we got to do something different?
Could be. But if you do that and it doesn't work, what that's no guarantee there. If you do that, you're gonna get fruit on that tree.
It's not.
I like the thinking though.
I'm just saying, do you have to just do something different? Same thing with Baltimore, right? Do we need to just do? We change up offensive coordinators. Got a little bit. We can't get over the hump. We need to do something. I don't know who they get, Huddle. I'm just thinking from the prospect of what do we have to do as an organization to beat Kansas City? And I don't know if that's a new coach. It's obviously not another quarterback. So I don't know.
There's going to be some questions. There's going to be some questions about Josh Allen in about 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to keep going like that. Some people are going to start asking questions about his ability. Huddle says have Mahomes retire.
You might have to.
Machado says nobody winning another bowl unless Holmes retires early. Okay. All right. Okay.
Well, okay. See, like if they win this year, they're not winning next year. And here's why I say that.
Yeah.
We've seen Brady pull off 2-3 in a row and then go 8 years without winning a championship. They're not going to be able to keep all of that together. If they win this year, like people gonna want to get paid. You know, once it's time to get paid, we won 3-peat. More and more people start looking to get paid, and you can't pay everybody.
There's some comments here about does a deep threat needed?
Mm-hmm. He's a deep threat. The Bills, I mean, they got rid of what's the guy that went to Houston?
Diggs. Is he really a deep threat? What about they go get Tyreek Hill?
Okay.
Then what?
Then
if they don't get to the playoffs and win the Super Bowl, guess who it starts pointing to?
Josh Allen.
Because I still believe Josh Allen is the problem.
Yeah, but can't. I was thinking Tyreek Hill playing that cold, but he played in Kansas City, so yeah.
Yeah, he can play in that cold. Yeah. Can Josh Allen give him the ball?
Yeah.
Okay. Hill isn't playing in Buffalo. I don't know.
Buffalo, New York is so small. It's small. It's like a 10-mile city. It is so small.
Yeah.
There's nothing to do in Buffalo. And you can't. And you got to drive 3 hours to get to a bigger city. I've been to Buffalo for a weekend once. And it's nothing to do.
Hey, Tyreek can still keep it popping though. Yeah. Buffalo is a different kind of cold. It is. It is. I think the man can make it. Blazers got the Bucks on the ropes right now.
That's good for the Blazers, man. I want the Blazers to do well because I like Chauncey Billups.
Yeah, I agree. I just want Giannis to just, keep it moving, man. Forget about Dodge. Doesn't have to go to Golden State, Big Jon. Just get about that.
No, come down to Chicago. We'll love them.
Chicago may be a good team for him. Let me see let me get on my Keontae George watch. See what he's doing tonight. Oh wow. Keontae at 13 minutes, 1 of 2 from the field, 0 of 1 from the 3, 4 points. We ain't having a good night, people. Scoot Henderson. See, look at Machado. Giannis needs to go to a bigger market. Jimmy Butler, you want to talk about him indefinitely? Indefinitely. No, I've never heard of it.
You tell your highest paid player, you want him to come off the bench.
It's personal. It's about showing them who he is and who he's not.
I mean, at this point, are the Miami Heat just punting on the season?
Yeah, he's willing. He's not going to do anything. So, Trailblazers up by 5.
Mm-hmm.
10 minutes left in the third. It's anybody's game. You would think when Giannis plays the Trailblazers, he'd have at least 50-plus points.
You mean Lillard?
No, when Giannis plays the Trailblazers. I don't expect much from Dame Lillard. I expect inconsistent play and inconsistent defense. Am I too harsh on him? I think that's who he's shown. Like, if you say top point guards of all time, Dame Lillard ain't nothing come out. If you say top point guards since he started playing, where's he at? 3, 4, 5, 6? Where's he at? 7?
Mm-hmm.
Hero's been solid. He's had a much better year. He actually tries to play pretty decent defense. Big John Huddle says Jimmy isn't the same player.
Yeah, no, I agree. He's being a big child. Like I'm not excusing his behavior whatsoever. Huddle. He's been a big child.
I think he's trying to prove something to Pat Riley.
But this is what he does. He did it in Minnesota. He did it in Chicago.
Maybe he's not committal, man. Maybe he has a problem with long-term relationships.
Ask Rachel Nichols.
Rachel Nichols got that short term, baby.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Not a long time. Right? My flight leaves in the morning in the a.m.
But I'm not excusing Jimmy's behavior, right? I think there's more professional ways, but I think Kevin Love keeping us updated.
Great comedy, man. Every day is great comedy.
Kevin Love wins the Internet Award. Oh, speaking of Internet Award, we got a lot of people in here. Let's discuss Blaze and this I'm the face of a hobby comment.
Do we have the original video? I would like for people who haven't seen this. Can you pull that up and share your screen? I want to see his original video. Since we were talking about face of the NBA.
So, how can you just self-proclaim you the face of the hobby because you're a big breaker? Like that's just,
you know how it is, man. You get to talking, you want some stuff, you want some clicks, some notoriety, some people talking about you.
I love Cage video. Yeah, all right. about it.
What did Cage say?
Huh? He just put a clip of all his videos, hyping up every product.
Cage be on.
Cage does be on it.
So in February, Randy Moss is going to be at Frankenstein's. Does everybody know that? Not Randy Moss. Randy Johnson. I think I got to go see Randy Johnson, man.
Bring a bird from the sun.
Damn. Yeah, let's pull up this blast if you can find it.
Yeah, I got it. I'm on his Instagram now. Let me go to it.
And this brings up a question. Once we get into this video, is there a face of the hobby?
Yeah, here.
Hold on. Let me pull up.
Sells more sports cards in the world to the end consumer, like Blaze. I'm a little disappointed in the negativity that the hobby has given to fanatics about the Paul Skeens debut patch. I'm here to say the following, that if I'm the father of an 11-year-old kid in LA that pulled arguably one of the greatest cards in the history of sports cards, my son would damn well be anonymous. Okay? The world needs to understand something. Fanatics came in and purchased Topps. Okay? Pre-Fanatics era, they didn't have anything called the debut patch. The debut patch is the greatest invention in the history of sports cards. 3 years ago, Topps Chrome Update was a complete loser. And then they decided to put one of the greatest inventions in the history of the industry into it. And now it's the #1, not only baseball card, but the debut patch is the #1 modern day sports card you can own forever of that player. The marketing that Fanatics has done in the last 3 years is more marketing than we've seen in this industry in the last 100. Okay? The amount of good that Fanatics has done to improve the hobby, to make products better, it's very simple. I am sick and tired of the negativity. If my son pulls that Paul Skeens card, no one's ever going to know about it. Why? Because I want to care about the safety of my kid pulling a 7-figure card. It's a redemption and it takes time. No. Okay? When you pull a card that big and it's a redemption, Topps is going to make right on it instantly. You will get that card right away. Okay? It got graded by the #1 graded card company in the world, the PSA. It got a 10. Okay? It's very simple. Everything here adds up. Okay? But if you want to believe it doesn't, then you're not believing reality. Fanatics has come in and done so much good for this hobby. And it makes me sick to see all this negativity on Fanatics creating the greatest modern day baseball card. They created something for the collector. And here we are being negative about it. It makes me sick. And as the face of this entire industry,
I'm going to stop it there.
So one thing I thought about is when he said face of the industry, did he mean himself or was he talking about Fanatics?
He meant himself. So I'm going to get on this on my high horse, right?
Go for it.
Because there's a lot of things in that statement that he has a absolute right to have that opinion on, right? If it was your child and you want to not that upset, fact of the matter is, if this family want to be anonymous, there's no need for Top to say it was hit by an 11-year-old kid and produce his journal writing about it, right? There's no need to say anything about the age of the kid, age of who hit it, or their personal things about it, right? That's all more of their marketing. This happened.
Wasn't there a picture of this child produced?
No.
I feel like I saw a picture of this child.
I haven't. Not that I know of.
Okay.
Secondly, as we both have kids and we've both had our kids on the show, I understand not wanting to have your kid on something like this or be known. This is one of the things you want to be done in private because it's a 7-figure card. Great. No shame, no issues with the family whatsoever. The issue here is with Topps. The issue here is with Topps knowing this card was pulled and redeemed on January 3rd. It was graded walkthrough service to PSA. And shout out to Neo for where I'm getting all this information from. And then the public didn't find about it till 20 days later, to 3 weeks later. So there's 3 weeks of more product being sold with people looking for this card. That people paying higher secondary prices because their prices high because we're looking for this $1 million card. We're playing this lottery, and we wait 3 weeks for us to find out this actually been hit because you're going to sell it on your platform. I don't care about these whatever deals they worked out with the family to get it on Fanatics Collects over giving it to Golden, because apparently Golden, nobody even knew the card was hit to reach out to the family to negotiate a better deal. So when Golden put out that video saying that he would negotiate a private fee, whatever, advance for the family, he was under the assumption that the card wasn't even redeemed in their hands yet, because it didn't know that it had already been graded, because he found out when the rest of the public found out. So anybody want to think this is a conspiracy, fine, great, I'm here for it. Whatever conspiracy you think it could be, 11-year-old child's not true, 11-year-old child's true, whatever. That's not the problem in this situation. The problem is that if this was a lottery or a raffle, this 11-year-old wouldn't be able to redeem this card and sell this card by legal things if it was an actual, right? So but because it's a card and this is the hobby, it's unregulated, fine. The issue's on Topps for withholding information from the public, because the idea is you've held the information so you can sell more product. That's off my hours and how I feel about it. The kid hitting it, the card being hit, great. It is not his best card. His best card is still going to be his Bowman Chrome first Superfractor. That is still and always in baseball going to be the best card over for any collector.
Well, for me, as soon as the debut patch went into the card, I talked about this is a hype situation.
Right.
We're producing hype. That was the goal of this. I think this 11-year-old pulling the card and everything that's happened after that is doubling down on hype. I don't know. The Washington Nationals pitcher that everybody was big on. What's his name?
Strasburg.
I don't see Skeens being Strasburg. But that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
That's after the hype train leaves town.
So Topps doesn't have to tell anyone. So why did Topps tell us when almost every other redemption got hit? If they don't have to tell us, why we know about who's been hit and been redeemed before it gets sold on eBay, before it gets graded, they came out and told us.
Jordan, what's your question? What do you have?
Does anyone actually care about the way it went down? People care. I care.
I think people care.
I don't care. I don't care who hit the card, if they want to be anonymous or anything else. I care about how the information came to us as somebody who buys into baseball. According to Topps, they care. The Topps now 1-1 has not been hit or redeemed. Officially from Topps, it has not been hit or redeemed.
Interesting.
And this Paul Skeens is not his personal hit is not a Paul Skeens collector. They want to hit the card because of the monetary value of the card. So don't go throwing this is for the collector, this is for the collector, because it's not. It's to sell boxes. The people who hit it, if they're not a Pittsburgh fan, are going to sell the card immediately.
Well, it's a hype train, man. This is what do you do next year though? If you're Tops, what are you doing next year?
Next year will be James Wood. James Wood will be the one you want to hit. DeMero hasn't been hit. The Yamamoto hasn't been hit, from my knowledge.
But if there's a new,
DeMero was hit. DeMero was hit.
Yeah, it was hit. I saw that.
DeMero was hit. Yep. And they told us when DeMero was hit. Churio. They told us when Churio got hit.
But do you play the same strategy next year when you have different players involved? It's interesting. There is no way anyone regular collector should keep the schemes. What would you do with that card, Big Jon?
Somebody has to keep it.
What would you do with it?
Oh, if I had it, everybody would know I'm selling it.
Yeah, I'm selling it. Best move to me. The NBA and bookies working together when they pulled Wemby in the fourth quarter of the game in France. I didn't even notice. I didn't pay attention to that. When Wemby went to France, I thought this is another hype train. Just the whole scheduling of the thing and this, that, and the other. So I kind of figured that something would happen there. Yeah, I would sell immediately. LOL. I would. Statement should say it hasn't been redeemed. Someone has the triple auto card. I'm just happy Topps Chrome update prices going down so I can pull some base cards. Zerny sold. Paul Skeens gonna bid for it.
If you go just scroll Topps Instagram, it's nothing but one-on-ones hit here, one-on-ones hit there, one-on-ones hit here. They tell you all this information. Massive one-on-one 50-50 club card has been redeemed. We have the new Ohtani three-time MVP product coming out this week, I believe. It was like $160 a box. Did you see that?
I did not.
You got the 3-time MVP auto, so he's gonna have an auto with every 3-time or more MVP. There's a Bonds Shohei auto, Bonds mantle.
Do we know what this stuff is selling for?
It sold out at $160 a box on top site.
Huddle says, yes, someone does have the triple auto because all the Topps Now cards have been sent out. It might be in the pack to sell on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
If people posted, there were tons of trackers. What do you think the value of it? What was the value of this card?
Which card?
Paul Skeens.
$500K, at least.
Graded 10-10, $500K?
Yeah, at least, yeah.
Interesting.
My thing, if I pull a high value card, right, and I don't pull on camera, I don't open stuff on camera. First thing I'm doing, discussing with my wife. Second or third thing I'm doing is calling FD and probably Jerry, people that I trust. Like, hey, I got this card. What should I do?
or how do I get? What's the best way for me to get in contact with whoever I'm deciding to sell it to? People that I trust to tell that I have it, that I know won't say anything to anybody else until I'm ready to say I had it.
Yep.
Right. You think about it wasn't Striker. Who's the guy that hit the 1-on-1? Bobby Witt or on YouTube and sold it at Golden. And the only reason why everybody knew is because he hit it on his channel. So when they auctioned up, he had a watch party on his channel. Mm-hmm.
Your wife isn't letting you keep a life-changing card.
See, that's where you're wrong at, Huddle. Management would probably tell me to keep it because I collect cards and it's an expensive card. She would probably tell me to keep it. I would be the one going to say sell it, and to sell it more than she would.
Well,
she would. My wife hears my ideas out, and if they're not way off the base, she doesn't give me advice either way. She just let me know what happens. Like she's gonna hear me out either way. That's a life-changing card, yes, but is it gonna change my life for better?
Yeah, but the Hornets makes a point. His King's already priced for 8 MVPs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to move it. We got
and there goes management in the chat. Definitely keep it.
Yeah.
500K would change my life in the sense that I could pay off my home. Well, because that's 500K is just 250K. So that's 2.5 years of me working that I don't have to work for. That's not as life changing as you think if you don't know what to do with the money. If you don't know how to do the money to get 500K, $1 million doesn't change your life if you, one, pay the taxes on it. So that's half of your money going right there. Yeah. Pay off whatever debt you have. So that's probably 25% of it going off of that. If you have student loans, things like that. If you have a house like we do, now do I pay off my house whole and I don't have to worry about paying a mortgage, but I still got light, gas, insurance to pay? There's a lot of things. It's life-changing in the sense that it gives you more things you have to think about what to do. If you don't have a plan to, okay, well, maybe I should put this in the stock market, and how do I do that? Or maybe I should buy property, or do I have a business plan for this great business idea I've had for a while? It gives you options, but in a sense, if you do the wrong thing in 2 years, you're in the same spot you was when you pulled that card.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, 500K, Machado, 500K pays off your student loans. Okay. Does it mean you still got to go to your day job?
Well, most lottery winners don't make it. They struggle after that. Buy 250K of sale Pokemon, triple it.
No house payment would be nice, but you still got to pay the insurance on the value of your house. So if you got a 250K house, you're still paying yearly taxes on your house for a 250K house. You just don't have the monthly payment anymore.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, insurance and all that jazz, taxes. Still.
When if somebody gave you 250K tax free today, are you quitting your job tomorrow?
I am not.
Mm-hmm.
Sell it and you can get some big cards. That's part of what I would do. Everything about parlays, gambling, and betting, people, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in California, that house payment, you'd be very happy to pay off the house.
I would pay off my house because I just don't like paying monthly bills.
This is why I don't have new cars. I buy my cars a couple times outright because I don't like paying a monthly bill.
Yeah, I don't blame you on that. Don't quit your day job, but don't put up with anything you don't want to. Yeah, that to me, that's almost. I think money will allow you to make that decision quicker.
Yeah,
I can't be anywhere that.
What if you hate? What if you hate your day job and you just doing it because it pays your bills and take care of your family? You don't quit it because you have enough money where you don't have to work for a year. If your spending habits didn't change, like Huddle says, yeah, quit. If you don't like your job, somebody dropped $250K in your lap tax free, you might want to quit to figure out what you want to do next.
Yeah, it might be time.
Or at the very least, I'm going on vacation for 2 weeks.
I would invest it. I'm down that road. I'm giving all the $500K to my mama. I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, I got at least until I'm 56. Jordan, yearly taxes less than $1,000 a month. It's not about quitting your day job. It gives you more free money. Hello, says I like my job. Definitely options for you.
So yeah, I agree. That's life-changing money, but nobody ever said that life-changing was in a good way. You know, more money, more problems, as they say.
Doom, doom, doom. That's for sure. Hey, you know, just so you know, Steph Curry is not playing tonight.
Oh,
Golden State still up, but they're playing Utah.
You're playing Utah, so
yeah, sell it and buy some of the GOAT cars. I mean, I'm trying to get some Currys that are crazy.
I would sell it just because I not a Paul Skeens collector.
But you know that Skeens is not. I mean, if you look at the average dominant pitcher,
yeah,
that window is small and short.
Yeah. But even if he's Randy Johnson, at the end of his career, his card's not going to be that.
No, still going to decline. Invest some Beanie Babies. Don't do that. Life-changing money was that little kid who said that Mac Jones. Now that kid was brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant.
What is that
I
called?
think any big card that you, especially if you're not a fan of that team or person, you sell.
Mm-hmm.
I think I think the car you have to sell to the whale who wants to own it because, but that's hard to say, right? Because that's like saying what if you get the Steph Curry rookie super factor back in his rookie year, and it's worth more now than it was then. It's a gamble either way, but like with the way the hobby is now, where prospects are worth more than GOATs. I don't think this.
I mean, you got to find a GOAT player, like a real GOAT player, to throw big money into that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got to be somebody that's legit, championship, up the yin yang, leading this. Steph is 6'1", about to have 30,000 points.
Mm-hmm.
We've never seen that. It's got to be something like that. Any of this hype train stuff pop up. I'm Skeens. I'm coming off the mound. I got the fresh, the fly girlfriend. I'm so. I got to move on. Costco. That card might be at its highest. Oh, it is, Huddle. It is. We didn't even hit Tommy John surgery yet. It is at its highest. Yeah, it doesn't make sense at all to keep it. We're talking about how much to Mac Jones. Yeah. Now less than 1K. It shocked me it was at 1K. I guess it's a 101 black. So
does anybody open packs to keep what they find if they get a big hit? Like, what are we keeping?
Do you think that Curry super refractor will ever be fine? Or you think it's sitting somewhere right now and people aren't talking about it?
Oh, it's sitting somewhere.
That's what I think.
It might be damaged.
Oh yeah, it could be. But that's card is still. That card could have 4 big corners. That card still hold a max value.
Yeah, but I'm saying somebody could hit because what could have hit that card and pass that somebody don't know.
Yeah. Huddle says I would only think about keeping my PC. I sell most of my bigger hits unless it's someone I PC or plan to PC. I only buy single cards, so I don't open packs. But Schem's got it. How much do you think it costs to grade that card?
The grade was that $2,500 to grade it. I'm sure they didn't pay because remember if you go back to the Jordan 1/1 being hit, the LeBron Bronny 1/1 been hit. For those bigger 1/1 cards, they have white glove service for it. Where if you're selling it with them, you don't pay to get a grade. You're getting the white glove service, and I think that's part of the story that people have forgotten that they have that program for these big 1/1 cards, where you opt into the white gloves. They fly you to LA, you walk it through, get it graded, you put it on Fanatics collect and sell. That's exactly what happened with the 1/1 Bronny card and a couple more cards. So I don't think people forget about that service for these 1/1 cards that they have.
Jordan says, first, I would sell a card that's worth 6 figures, even if it is my favorite player. I can buy something else nice. I respect that. That Curry could be in the shoebox in someone's attic. Probably where it is. Or like Big Jon says, somebody got it, didn't really care about the card, didn't really know the player, because at the time, there was a lot of Curry being open and no one was really seeking after. So
also wasn't a lot of hobby education back then where you knew 1/1 how big some of these cards are. If you've been doing the hobby for the last 4 years, you know what a 1/1 is.
It says my wife and I open to keep unless it's a big card. Then it goes. Schemes. I'm telling you, we're gonna look back on this. I have a strong hunch.
So
and be like, that card's not.
That video also brings another question that actually Jordan brought up to me. The glazing that he did of Fanatics in there. Is it how hard it is for people who get their products from Fanatics and spend a lot of money with Fanatics it is to actually criticize, critique, and give an honest opinion of Fanatics now?
Well, that was a commercial, right?
Yeah. If Blaze comes out and says, this is a terrible, they can just you only getting $20 until you're number 40 on this release.
Allocation effect.
Right? Your allocation is going away.
Yeah.
Right. There's a real risk of you saying something to damage the Fanatics brand and somebody who is either getting paid for Fanatics or getting their product directly from Fanatics at a different rate to say anything bad. I know if somebody came to you with sponsorship, and then if you couldn't say anything, critique them in a negative way, if they did something negative, you'd say no to it in a heartbeat.
The thing about people say this all the time, though. But the thing about Jordan rookies, man, so many of these things have been counterfeited. And I'm telling you, I remember when no one wanted to touch or buy this card. This card got changed. I'm talking about the star and the flare off grading. These cards, these prices on these cards were way down. I remember walking in baseball card shops and some owners had some on the bottom shelf and they didn't want to sell them because they didn't know if they were real or not. So we always say that, man, I'll go back in time. You may be buying up a bunch of counterfeits.
So I went into a shop last week, a new shop, and
and they had a counterfeit Jordan on display, Rick on display. They also had a reprint 85 on display. And we had a conversation about that. So how'd you get this? Why do you have it in case? Because I want to educate people. Like, this card is a big card.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what a fake looks like. And this card, while you think it's the real 85, it's actually a reprint.
Yeah.
And it's how you tell it it's a reprint. I've been out. I've been to like I went to my first trade show, my first trade night this week. I went to 2 different card shops in the last couple of weeks. I've been out in the hobby, getting out there seeing the people. A lot of Pokemon.
Coming back with that info. Let me pull this up right here, people, while we're on this topic. This circle right here will tell you if something is fake. This stat line. I know I've read and saw videos about this circle big time. What's going on with the Bulls logo? There is some play with this NBA emblem. The MI area around at the front of the card, and what's happening with this Premier and Flair. I mean, these are key areas, and you got to know what you're doing because some of these fakes look very real. To know what you have, and especially if you're dropping dollars. We see most Jordans now are graded, but I just watched something this morning before I left to go to work that there are Jordans. There was a Jordan recently by a gentleman who purchased a car from PWCC. It was autographed by Jordan, the Flair rookie. He sent it in to be put in a new slab. They sent him back a letter at PSA saying this Jordan auto is not real. He spent $34,000 for this card.
Ooh.
Then he contacted his local news. They sent a letter on his behalf to PWCC. PWCC gave him a full refund. But before that wasn't happening. So, and this card was graded and autographed. We know that Jordan is probably the most. You got Willie Mays, you got Hank Aaron, you got other players, but the most forged signature that you'll ever really come across.
Well, you see, fakes is a big thing. You see the beta, alpha, Japanese cards for Pokemon from the game that got graded by CGC, all fake. And we talking about 6-figure cards that are Pokemon cards that are fake, that are slabbed up.
Yeah, Mantle as well. The M's, the arc under the M, the slant of his name. But there's still some stuff out there that looks very real that is fake. So almost nowadays, I mean, like the and it's probably low probability, but the gentleman that had the $34,000 Jordan card, nothing is 100%. That's all I'm saying. Absolutely nothing is 100%. Which I think, again, is why PSA has come up with these new slabs that are harder to get into and harder to crack out.
And the funny part is, you might send that same card back in, and they tell them it's authentic.
Could be. Yeah, if you could go back to the 90s, don't buy Jordans. Buy up Solskjaer and travel to 1998. Boy, he's on point. CAB is on point. That's knowledge. Shit, Bob Sosa and some era Frank Thomas. And get paid. That's bad for grading companies not to cash the fake card. Let me see if I can find this before we get out of here, people. And I want to play something else that had me on the floor.
So, you know what? We got a guest that does signing with athletes. We got to ask him about this with fakes. We got to bring that to the conversation.
For sure. For sure. I've also heard, did you get that athlete's signature 500? some of that stuff has been sent in and kicked back is not real.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta hold on, let me see if I can pull this up.
Good. Yes, that was a sneak peek y'all for the chat. What we got coming down.
All right, let me see.
I think it's several grading companies. CDC is going to be in a lot.
You what, sir?
So I'm reading smoothest comment. That's bad for grading companies not to catch a fake card. Yeah, that's going to be bad for them. And that's another negative story about fakes and their slabs and their comics in the last 4 months.
For a Michael Jordan rookie card, but now the signature is fake. All right, so here's what happened. This guy named Ed bought this Michael Jordan rookie card on PWCC for $34,200 on April 21st, 2023.
He paid $34,000 to PWCC, one of the world's largest auction houses.
Some of these numbers might be mind-boggling to somebody that's not in the sports collectible industry, but others that are, I mean, look at it as like a long-term investment.
This card was already slabbed in a PSA holder. He either cracked the card out of the slab or he just sent it to PSA for a reholder and he kept it in the slab. He was probably trying to get a grade on the card or in a new PSA slab. In this sports card industry, a new slab will sell for more than an old slab. And if he receives a good number grade, it will also increase the value of the card. Right now, the card is graded authentic with a 9 auto.
After Ed received the card, he mailed it to another company called PSA to confirm the grading. That's the same grading company the auction house advertised it had used. Ed received this letter back. In our opinion, the aforementioned signature is not authentic and did not pass PSA DNA authentication. It goes on to list numerous reasons why.
It stopped me in my tracks and quite honestly ruined my weekend and put the last 8 to 10 weeks of my life in a spindle because it was quite a shock.
So Ed reaches out to PWCC and it looks like they weren't responding to him or they were just giving him the runaround. So Ed actually contacts the news station about this. And this lady apparently contacted PWCC. And then that's when they started to offer the refund for Ed.
Ed reached out to me for help after he says he got nowhere with PWCC. When I reached out to the company, I received this statement. Our biggest priority at PWCC is our customers and trust in our platform. We take claims and issues of this nature very seriously and are actively investigating this matter. In any outcome, we will do the right thing by the buyer and ensure they are protected in this process.
I believe that the tone of the conversation definitely changed when I, emailed, Better Call Banking. So I'm very thankful for that, and hopefully we'll see this through, and I'll get my money back.
I decided to dig a little deeper into this, and this is where it gets really strange. This card actually sold on December 16th, 2022 for $38,400. Then it sold in April when Ed bought it for $34,200. So when you type in the serial number of Ed's card that he bought, it does not show up in the database. There is multiple Michael Jordan rookie cards that are autographed and they're back-to-back serial numbers. 258, 538, 43, all the way down to 32. There's something weird that's happened here. 43 is not in the database. 42 is a PSA 8 Jordan, not autographed. 41 was deactivated on July 13th, 2023. 40 was deactivated on July 13th, 2023. 39 was not deactivated. It's a Jordan autograph. 38 was deactivated on July 13th. 37 was deactivated on July 13th. 36 is not in the database. That's Ed's card. 35 was deactivated on July 12th, 2023. 34 was deactivated on July 13th. 33 not in database. 32 not in database. What I think happened is when they determined Ed's card was fake, they decided to deactivate all the other cards that were in the same submission. I mean, you would think these cards were in the same submission since all
they were.
numbers
Oh, 10
are
was
back to back,
same submission.
but I can't say that for 100% fact. From the news station video, it said July 5th on the piece of paper is when he got that letter back from PSA. 7 to 8 days after that letter, they decided to deactivate more Michael Jordan autographed rookie cards. So either PSA has determined all of these Jordan autos are fake, or they're reevaluating the cards because they don't know if they're real now because Ed's is fake. Out of these 12 cards, 2 of these are still in the database. One's a PSA 8 that's not autographed. One is a Jordan autographed rookie card. And we know for a fact 5 of them have been deactivated or not in the database because I found the pictures of them. The other 5 I have not found the pictures of. You would think they would be Michael Jordan rookie cards because the others are Michael Jordan rookie cards. And also some of them were deactivated on the same day. Potentially you have 10 fake Jordan autograph rookie cards that have been deactivated, or they're just not in the database anymore.
This man tried for.
Think about that, man. Think about if you sent that in to get it reholdered. New slide. And it's like, what? You said what?
What you talking about, Willis?
That's for 34 G's, man. Man, PWCC is fanatics now.
Yes.
People not doing their due diligence and researching. We need more education in the hobby. That's a tough one, though. That's a tough one. We all buy stuff because it's stamped by someone. That's a tough one.
Stamped by PSA.
Before we get out of here, though, I got to play something. I've been meaning to make a video on this for 2 days. Let's see here. Big Jon, you tell me what this is, man. Or folks in the chat, break it down to me. Let me make sure I get this right.
Jacksonville, the community. Duval. Jacksonville, the community. Duval. Jacksonville, the community.
What is this?
That's the new head coach of Jacksonville Jaguars. That's T-Law, man. Imani, is Imani here? Imani! That's T-Law's new. That's T-Law's new head coach.
Good luck.
Duval. What is that?
What is that? I don't know. All right.
Hey, I want to say this. I've had so much fun tonight. I look forward to this all day. You could be anywhere you choose to be here. I really, truly appreciate you, Big Jon, everyone that's here. It means a lot. T-Law is not doomed. T-Law is dooming people. T-Law is a diabolical quarterback who is hyped up and cannot really play the game of football. But people will overlook that because he is T-Law. Don't get me started, folks. But I appreciate you all for being here. This has been really good. You know,
we'll see you all next week. Next week we got Jordan coming back on.
Jordan Brown.
See him in FD fight about LaMelo Ball.
Yeah, we get to talk about LaMelo next week. LaMelo tripping over his own shoes. Come on, LaMelo Ball. It's gonna get interesting. But y'all enjoy yourselves. Have a safe week. Can't wait to be back here next Tuesday. It's going down, people. Peace. Y'all know we keep rolling.